it's camera action.
Camera on again.
Hmm?
Camera on again.
Who's gone?
And this is also for the other class. Okay, go ahead and start. Try. I want you to try these on your own. That's what I'm standing here for. If you do them on your own without any help, that's a very good sign. If you cannot, that's a bad sign. Doesn't mean you have to get it wrong tomorrow, but that means you might have to study more to get it right.
How do you study math?
Just look through it, make sure you know what the steps are. People do it.
Then what's the point of doing math?
Math makes the world go round, Katie.
Does it?
Yes. Any technology that has ever been or ever will be, math.
Is this a review?
But we didn't have technology
Yes.
back in the day. Why did we
Is
use
this
that?
an example
He said that at the
question?
beginning of class.
Huh?
I know, I didn't do it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so how do we get C by itself on this one?
Yeah, good question.
Right. So 2/3 and the B are multiplied to C. So to get rid of them, you divide. So that goes away, and that's pretty much it. C equals A
Boy.
playing with a piece of trash. Yeah, your hair got dark. It's like darker than your hoodie. Isn't it? It's like the
Oh, no,
chair.
your pen has
Matches the chair, doesn't it?
blue. Yeah, I like that. It's black. It is black.
It's black, but it's not as much black as your hair is. All right, anyways, we got W on this one, so how do I get W by itself here?
Subtract Y.
Subtract first. When you're solving a problem, you always get rid of the added value first, right? And then you divide. So yeah,
Don't answer
what'd you say?
that. Nothing.
Okay, and then you divide, so it's
Huh?
W equals X minus Y over Z. It's an ugly Z.
What?
Subtract and divide. Maybe not every thought in your head needs to come out your mouth. Kind of like the new Draven. He's giving me a thumbs up back there, but he didn't say anything.
I don't think he can say anything.
He's getting bribed with food.
Who's paying you, or who's?
Bree, the senior.
He says you don't know what you're talking about.
Who cares? As long as he's being quiet.
Tell him to sit down. He's gonna come right on the board, so he can tell you what's going on in his
We got a
mind.
lesson from Grady.
I would rather not.
Bro's gonna write it so small.
First to talk. They're playing the kite.
First to talk loses, and what's the winner get? Or first to talk gets
Don't write.
first to
what
talk
you're
gets
about
a
to write.
Write it.
get a punishment.
Is
Oh.
First to talk is.
Bro, weren't you just talking out in the hall though before class?
He was
You were
fighting in the
explaining
hallway
it.
before
No.
class.
I feel like he was talking.
What?
He never said anything. What do you win?
Basketball?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I feel like
It's definitely not
It's
cold.
not hot.
There's moving, yeah.
Yeah, I
Mr. Jordan, I
feel
think
it.
it's just a second.
It's blowing that way.
It
Okay.
is open.
It is not open.
All right.
Is it not?
Number 3. Shh, guys, if we go this slow, we'll never get done. Focus. It's open, it's just blowing towards the wall. Yeah, look right
Open all
there.
the way.
You can,
I
well,
can't. Thanks.
okay. How do I get, this one's actually really short. How do I get h by itself here?
Divide.
Every,
Is that an A?
yes, everything is multiplied to h because it's all right next to each other. So you can just divide it all the way.
Pi on 2H. Oh, wait a minute.
Is this the circle thingy?
The circle thingy.
Yeah, yeah. She thought, maybe not the email.
I don't know what you mean.
Area equals.
Oh, what's the formula stand for? I don't know. I kind of just made it up. It's kind of like, it's kind of like the surface area of a cylinder, but it's not exactly. Okay. What's unit rate mean? Do you guys remember this one? These are really easy if you remember.
Change
like
over
per one.
original.
No. That's percent change, huh?
It's like
How many
over
miles?
per one.
Right. How many miles can we get in 1 hour? That's the
Yeah.
question. So that's unit rate. So how do I find it though?
Divide.
Divide. 600 divided by 12. You guys remember how many times 12 goes into 60? 5. So this would be 50
Stop.
miles per hour.
Wait, how do you do that? Just divide it.
Yes. Unit rate is how many of these can we get for one of those?
So just 600 divided by 12.
Yep. Same thing on this. How many times does 6 go into 480 or 48?
80.
8. So 80 words a minute.
How many questions are on this review? 20?
Maybe I forget. I didn't do like 1 for 1 with the test. The test is like 24 times. Oh, cross multiply. Yeah. How do we solve number 6?
18 times x and 5 times 81.
Right. Cross multiply. And 7. 18 times x equals 5 times 81.
I know how to do these ones.
That's good. That'll help. That's 2 in the bag.
What?
Wait, is that all we have to do?
No, you gotta solve for x.
Yeah.
So 5 times 81 is 405
Divide by 18.
divided by 18.
105.
22.
Yoink.
Yoink. Is that what you just said? I'm gonna start saying that now. Yoink.
Please don't.
Nope, Katie. No.
Don't. That's it.
Okay, question. So on number 7, do
We're
you?
not there yet.
We are there.
I'm there. So would it just
She
be?
just wrote down the answer for 6.
Yeah.
Would it be 10,
So we
10
need to
and then
yeah.
parenthesis x plus 1 and then equals 5 parenthesis x minus 4?
Yep.
Dravenfly left-handed. Triton. It's not funny.
It's hilarious. I don't know what he's doing with this.
You're hilarious.
What?
Minus. Are we supposed to be saying
Yep.
this? Okay.
That's what I was waiting for.
Bro.
That's what I thought.
Okay. What do we do when we have x's on both sides?
You move them.
You get rid of them on one side. So minus 5x would eliminate the x's from the right side.
Negative 20 minus 10. Wait a minute.
6.
On number, nope, that's not what I meant. So like, can you look at this? I don't know how to like say the step I'm on. On this? Did I just do minus on the right on this one?
Yeah.
Why do you have that? That is a.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. And you should go for
That's it.
Yep.
Negative 6.
Oh, there's more numbers.
Oh my
See.
goodness.
Sure.
How many do we have?
I don't know, maybe about 20.
See, I had it until we got here and then you actually like kind of lost me.
Yeah,
Easy?
these can be very easy, yes, because you just interpret each word into what it means. So what do we put for what, for example?
4 8.
Rival. In.
In is
Times. Equals.
24%
0.4. 0.24.
of,
2000
Times 2000.
of is times 2000. So how do we solve this one?
times.
Multiply. Okay, I didn't write the directions down, but if we have to round, we're supposed to round to the 100th place. What's the 100th place? Second decimal place. And if it's a percent, like number 9, we're supposed to round to the nearest percent, the nearest whole percent. So the ones place on the percent.
Do we solve or just?
Yeah,
Does
that's,
evaluate mean like? Yeah, what does evaluate mean?
bro.
How do you not know?
It means like figure it out. Figure out
So
what.
solve.
Yeah, the directions on this would be like write an equation and solve, is what it would say, something like that. Did I write down evaluate? No.
No, it's just in the book and I didn't know what it meant.
Usually it means like plug stuff in and figure out what it is.
Like
If
number 6.
if it's an equation, they would say solve.
Well, number 9 comes out easy.
Number 9,
You
no,
put it into a.
no, it doesn't.
You move the decimal.
Okay, 0.385, what is, no you don't, is
What percent?
what percent, that's our P or whatever, of means
14.
times
Oh,
14. So how would we solve that for P?
gosh.
Divide.
Divide. Okay. Now 9 is different because it says what percent, which means when we get that decimal, we're gonna have to change it to a percent. Okay. Can anybody give me like 3 decimal, Bella?
Point.
0.027. That's 3.
Okay, so we gotta change this to a percent. So 1, 2, 2.7 rounds to
270.
3%. We're rounding to the nearest percent. If you don't follow the directions on rounding, I will take 1 point off. Out of like 4 points. So make sure you follow the directions. Whatever the directions say, which is basically what I just said. Okay, one more of these.
I think I got this one.
All right, 60%,
0.60
0.60 or 0.6 of
times
what number
n
is
equals
220?
220.
So how are we gonna solve this one?
Divide.
Okay, this one, our answer is not a percent. So what's this come out to? Was it like
366.
Three-
7. That's rounding up.
okay, yeah, but we're supposed to round to the hundredths place, so
0.67.
right. 366, whoops, don't write that. 366.67.
I thought that like if you put a line over the sixes, you guys would be right?
Yeah, but this said rounded, so.
I know. I was talking about like when you did the dots. I did the line over.
Okay, are you guys good on that last one? Okay. 17 out of 25 people favor Dr. Pepper. What percent favor Dr. Pepper? This is like true stats because I have to stock the pop
Isn't it
in the
the
store.
something divided by something? It's a percent change formula, right?
No, not percent change because we're not changing. It's more like a fraction. 17 out of 25 is what percent? So how do we change a fraction to a percent?
Divide.
Divide. Do 17 divided by 25.
58%.
Yes, 68%.
How many questions do we have?
I think there's 20. Okay, 30% of the 40 seniors have a 3.5 or better GPA. How many students have that?
Brian's distracted.
He's talking too much, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe we should have that one.
Maybe Kenzie should do the challenge.
She should, that'd be so much.
You know what? I think he should do it.
I don't talk
He
that
has
much.
been talking this whole class period.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He's been silent. Aren't you like a junior?
Sophomore. Yeah.
You're a junior.
I think we had this conversation last week.
Yeah, we did, but
Well,
I
she's
heard it.
autistic, so.
That was unkind.
That's true. All right.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
exist, you know.
So, what do we do on
We
number?
lost. Somebody said, you gotta tell them.
You lost before you even started.
All right, hush. On 12, how do we do this? 30% of 40 students.
Nine? No,
9.
Multiply.
Because what does of mean? Even in word problems, it means, okay, so 0.30 of times 40 is 12 seniors.
How do you
Where did you get the 12 seniors?
Right there, 0.30 times 40.
Question?
Oh,
This dude.
Okay. 13 and 14 is find the percent increase and decrease. What was the little formula we used to find?
Change over.
Bruh, I said
Right.
that earlier.
Okay, it doesn't, that's called the percent change formula. It doesn't say find the percent change, it says find the percent of increase or decrease. But that's the same thing, right? You're increasing or decreasing, that's the change. So the formula is change divided by original.
Oh, gee.
So how do I find the change on number 13? Subtract 279 minus 248 is 31 cents, and the original is 248. I think this, if I remember right, this one came out kind of nice,
Where
which
did we
is
get 31?
125, 125. Oh, wait.
Ah.
Yeah, 0.125.
0.125, but this is a percent change, so 12.5%. No, 12.5%.
Oh, shoot.
Gotta move the decimal twice.
I did just not, I didn't say it, you know? Sounded like a bird.
Okay, 14 is kind of the same thing, it's just, going
What's
down.
the original, 28?
Yeah, 28, original means the first, so 28 is original. This one I don't think came out as nice. 3 out of 28. 3 is the change from 28 to 25. Going down 10.7.
It's
Stop.
0.107.
0.107. What came after that?
1.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll do 10.7%. I think I can't remember, the directions probably are different in this section. I do not remember where it says to round it, but we'll go with that. There's actually 4 of those percent change questions, which is a pretty big chunk of the test. So it's kind of a big deal. 4 of the questions are this kind. But I only put 2 up there. 15, 2,500 invested at 4% for 3 years. How much interest is earned? You guys remember this formula? How do we find interest, Bella?
Interest equals rate times time
Rate times time times principal. Principal times rate times time. So all you do is multiply those together.
300.
I don't know what that means. Go to the bathroom? Yeah. Is that bathroom in sign language?
Well, it's really not, but that's what we learned in like second grade.
Oh, that's how you ask.
300.
Bathrooms, I don't know. My mom.
Yes, yeah. Okay, it's 2,500 times 0.04, not 0.4, times 3. Yeah, it's $300. So all you do is multiply, no problem, right? So I didn't put the harder ones on there where you had to divide to go backwards to figure out what the original number was.
What would happen if you did 0.4?
It would be 3,000 instead of 300.
Would you count us wrong?
Yes. I might give you a couple points though. Half credit. Number 16. Okay, do you guys remember what commission was?
Divide.
No.
Divide.
How much the salesperson gets. So if they sell a $45,000 car, they get 8% commission. How much money do they make? How do we do it?
0.8 times 45,000.
Close.
Divided by.
No, getting colder. Okay, when you multiply by a tiny number like 0.08, that makes your number smaller, not divided. If you divide it, it actually gives you a large number.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Because it was reciprocal.
It's 3,600.
It's because it takes a lot of 8 cents to make $45,000. That's kind of what you're doing when you do that. What did it come out as? 3,600 or 3,600. Now your answer should make sense, right? If you sell 45,000, you get a little bit of it Could it be 3,600?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you can kind of check
How
your
is it bigger?
Oh no, the average.
commission is
Tuition's not.
small.
He's doing 5,000, how is it bigger?
It's not dividing, it's, you need,
I know, you said if it's bigger, and it is bigger. but
because when you divide, that's like saying how many times does 8 cents go into 45,000, which would be a lot bigger than 45,000. All right. Okay, so we got discount. I'm a little bit concerned about this section. Do you guys remember how this works?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Don't you, 128 times 0.12, and then minus that with the original?
Yes.
Oh,
To find out how much the price is gonna drop, which they call the discount, you need to figure out what is 12% of 128. And then that's called the discount, and then you take that money away to find the new sale price.
120.
Oh, this is money, so if we have to round, we'd round to the 1 cent place, but I don't think we need to. Anybody plug this in?
Yeah, it's 112.64.
No, that's not.
Incorrect, 15.
Oh, you mean 15 point
Yeah.
36?
That's the total answer.
Right, I kind of figured that. Okay, that's the discount,
Dollars.
dollars. So how do we find the new sale price? Subtract,
That wasn't the answer.
that's one of the answers. So it's
How many of
one,
these are on a test?
like 4.
I'm gonna crash out.
Maybe you should study this then.
I don't know how to study it.
Just look at the pattern, follow the steps. Take a good note.
But the numbers are gonna be different on the test.
Doesn't matter, you just do the same steps.
Study the steps.
You study the steps.
There's not a lot.
We're not the ones questioning it.
Yeah.
There's times and then there's subtract. That's all you have to do.
It's because you're in the older grade. You've learned this before.
Even Pearson has it. He's an 8th grader.
What? He's in here for a reason.
Why did you
I'm not.
Okay,
My point.
number 18 is the same thing. I did 2 of the discounts.
So it's, $15.36 and then $12.64.
36.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's talking about the last problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kenzie, tell me what to do on 18.
15 times 0.30.
Okay,
See,
that
I
is,
get that part, but I don't know how you get the
that'll
second
come out
answer.
as 4.5, which we're talking about money, so some of you guys did this on the homework. You wouldn't put 4.5 for money, you put $4.50.
That's what I did.
Okay, then what do we do?
15 minus 4.
Yeah, the discount is the amount the price is gonna drop. So the $15 is gonna drop by $4.50,
Yep.
because $4.50 is 30% of 15. So it's 15, yeah, it's 15 minus $4.50, $10.50.
Just forgot the dollar sign. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say, he has been doing that one for a long time.
Okay, 19 is kind of the same thing, but it's markup.
There it is.
So we use everything but that.
Were you guys done with that one? Is that somebody's phone? Okay.
I have to sneeze.
It is.
Probably.
This is right there.
19.
I really have to sneeze. Just kidding. Yeah, I tried and then it went.
Okay, last 2 problems. How do we make something go up by 20%?
Plus 20.
No.
Uh,
Bella?
We
Times
same
point
thing
two.
that we did before when we do $4.50 times 0.2, and then we take our answer and we add it on for $6.50.
Okay, so if we multiply by 0.2, you'd get 0.9,
Oh,
which is 90 cents.
how do you do it?
Same thing as the other problem. 450 times 20% times 0.2. Okay, what do we do with the 90 cents?
Where's the 4 go? Huh?
You add it.
You add it.
You add it.
So 90 cents is the markup. That's how much the price is going to increase. So that's how much we need to increase the price by. So it's final price. It's called the retail. Markup is what the stores do after they buy it so that they can make a profit. But that would be the retail price. Retail is what the store sells it for.
Number 20 is my favorite.
20, yeah, we're ending with a bang here. The more you can give me on 20, the more credit I'll give you. So, kind of like an essay in a way.
Huh?
The more you do right, the more credit you get.
You add them.
Feel free not to speak until you have something to say.
Huh? What?
Don't talk until you have something to say. Take a book from Draven. Huh?
It would be the 2 lines.
Oh yeah. Remember on these distance, what do we always start with? These problems.
So line.
Arrows. Yeah, something like, arrows going. So that's part of it. That's like step 1.
Oh.
Train leaves Chicago heading east, same time a westbound train leaves going 20 miles an hour faster. What do the arrows look like?
One going left, one going right.
Right. And on a map, left is like which direction?
East or west.
South.
This is the west and this is east on the map. So I'm gonna make this the eastbound train. Okay, each of these arrows gets a what? A rate and a time. Each arrow gets a rate and a time. So we're gonna start plugging stuff in. It says the westbound train is going 20 miles an hour faster. So what do we do with that?
R plus
Right. The guy over here, the westbound, is 20 faster. And then this guy would just be called R. His rate.
Where's his time?
Where's the time?
We don't know. 4 hours.
Yeah, we do know this on this one. Sometimes we don't know the time, sometimes we don't know the rate. But we do know it's 4 hours for who?
Me.
Both. They started at the same time, so they both get 4 hours. It says how fast were the trains going if they were 240 miles apart. So where does the 240 go? All together. 240 miles. Okay. Now, this is the part where most people get stuck. You know how to set it up?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
You do 4 and yeah, that whole equation. No, times 4r equals 240.
No.
Wrong.
Anybody else?
I got it.
Okay, Luke.
Distribute the 4.
Well, yeah. we
Tell me what you
divide
do overall though.
4R plus 80 times
No.
4R.
Okay.
It's
Divided by
40.
240.
All right, Pearson.
You would add the distribute and then it equals 240.
Yeah. Okay, guys, this visual thing, it means something. This is the westbound train's distance. This is the distance. This is this. This is the eastbound train's distance. The rate and their time makes their distance. Okay, this is the total distance. So how are these related? Okay, this See, these two are the same as this. Do you guys get it?
Mhm.
These two together are the same as this. So, you see it?
Yeah, I see that part.
Okay, therefore this plus this equals that.
So what do you
That's
find?
what I said.
No, you said times. Did you mean plus?
Yes.
Okay, after that it's just normal algebra stuff. That's the hard part is getting it written down.
Can't you combine the 4R and the 4R?
Yeah.
The 8R?
Yeah.
Would it be 20?
Yep. Well, that's one of the answers.
There's 2?
Bruh.
Yeah, it says what are their speeds?
Because they're going
Speed
20.
of both trains. What does 20 stand for? 20 miles per hour, and that goes with what?
R.
The eastbound train. So
10.
eastbound 20 miles per hour. Okay, what about the westbound?
40.
Yeah, this guy is the faster one. He's R plus 20, so 20 plus 20 is 40. So the west train, west is going 40 miles per hour. See, that's not impossible, right? That test,
Yeah, I don't
where
know
that
how you
from?
did that.
The westbound train speed is R plus 20, remember? So his speed is 20 plus 20.
I say we get out like 30 minutes early.
So we're just,
That would be hard to do because we're already 25 minutes late for that.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. How many minutes do we have?
You mean out of school or out of class?
I was looking at the shorthand. Oh, I thought you were talking about how many
Yeah.
minutes do we have?
5.
I'm not.
Yeah. How are you gonna ask me a question?
You know, I'm